What's happening, YouTubers? It's your boy CB, and we are back for my favorite segment on the channel, a huddle watch along with a recruit. On today's episode, for you guys that like defensive football, for you guys that like smash mouth football, this is your episode. You have lucked out today. I have one of the hardest hitters in the 2025 class. He is a permanent hit stick. It's like when you playing a video game and your little brother click infinite finishers. He got an infinite hit stick. Three-star linebacker from Sumner High. Cameron White is a absolute beast and insanely versatile, can get it done in the middle as well as on the edge. One of the fastest rising recruits in this class, but you don't want to hear me tell it. You want to hear from him, the superstar himself. So without further ado, one of the most versatile and hardest hitting recruits in this class, three-star linebacker from Sumner High, Cameron White. How's it going, bro?
It's going good, man. What's up?
Man, enjoying this Texas weather. How's it going out there in Florida? It's been busy for you lately, bro, since the season ended.
It's been real busy. I ain't gonna lie, like everything started kicking up and it just got crazy.
How is it trying to manage that, bro? Because obviously you trying to prepare for next year too. You got camps coming up, all these other things, and then oh, you want to stop by the school. Mario wants you to come by the crib. How is it trying to balance all that?
I mean, like if like it really not that hard because you just gotta have good time management and just keep a good head on your shoulders because like it can get you overwhelmed. You can be overwhelmed by it quick, but it's like if you stay focused, you know the work you got to put in. That's you just got to think about that. Just where it's not about where you at right now. It's just about where you gonna be at. Or it's gonna occur.
So one of the things I did want to ask you about, obviously, you have that level head when it comes to recruiting, when it comes to the work. I know this ain't the end, even though a college is recruiting me, you still got to put in the work.
Yep.
However, some of that work is starting to pay off. One school I
Yep.
want to ask you about is Oklahoma. And the reason I want to ask you about Oklahoma is because when you think Oklahoma, you think linebackers, you
Yep.
think trenches, you think hard hitting smash mouth football.
Yep.
So when those coaches are coming to the school, to see you, that lets not just you know, but everyone that's in on your process. Hey, this is starting to pay off. How
Yep.
how is that relationship with Oklahoma? And tell us about the visit, them stopping by the school.
Oklahoma, it was kind of crazy because it was like it came late night. It was just like randomly, just one night it just came, and it was like it was real crazy. Like I like their coaches a lot. Like I ain't gonna lie, Coach Ali and Coach Venables, they real cool. It's just cause at first like things was going a little slow, so I was starting to like wonder like when things gonna kick up. Cause I always knew it would, but it's like you start to wonder, start to guess, and then when it kicked up, it was just a great feeling.
And obviously, y'all have built something at Sumner where to the point where it's not just him. You got UCF stopping by the school, Florida stopping by the school, Florida State. Before I get into my next school that I wanted to ask you about, there's something seriously interesting about that we got to dive into.
You know,
Sumner is a relatively new program. Tell the people that are listening that don't understand that the journey that you've seen that school take.
yeah, it was. It's crazy. So Sumner, we only been open for 4 years this year, and it started off with just a field in the middle of nowhere, and turned it in. We done turned it into a powerhouse now. So it took a lot of work, just out the grind and every day, just working.
That pride y'all must feel, not just when a coach is coming to see you, right? When a coach coming to see Tyler, when they come to see Zaire, when they come to see anybody. How does that feel for y'all in that locker room going, "Hey, Mario Cristobal coming. It may not be for me. However, we built a situation
Yeah,
4 years where Miami is coming here
you know,
to talk to some
it's
of the players."
a lot of pride that come with it. Like everywhere we go, we say we walk around with that S on our chest because it's just like we done built this. Like we started this. Like we the people that came in and did. We ain't had nobody that was before us. Oh, Miami come down there. They know Sumner. No, it wasn't that. Like we had to do it for us. We had to make a name for ourselves. So it's like we take a lot of pride in that. It's just it's great. I ain't gonna lie.
Being able to lay that groundwork
Yep.
and like 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, you're gonna get to look at it and be like, yeah, I remember. I remember when it first started. Now it's a pipeline, and I remember being the guy that
Uh,
it became a pipeline because of guys
that,
like you. That to be able to see that in real time is so dope.
Yeah, that's exactly how we look at it. It's just we want to keep and we got to keep it going so that the people under us, the young kids that come in, they have people to look up to and or we like where they know oh they go to Sumner oh that kid probably is a dog because just because he go to Sumner.
And what's cool is an incoming freshman next year, he's expecting to be seen by colleges.
Yeah,
Y'all was like, "Bro, we gotta grind because
yeah,
nobody
like
know who we are right now as a
exactly.
school, not as a player. They just don't know who we knew. We
Yeah,
gotta grind." But an incoming freshman is going, "Oh, yeah, that's where Cam went. That
yeah,
like,
yeah,
Imma be seen if I go there." In
exactly.
4 years, bro, like, that is a serious accomplishment from everybody in that locker room. Because you know how it is, somebody could go, "You know what, let me just go over here. I'm
Yeah,
trying to be seen. Let me chunk deuce." Y'all stayed and believed in the vision, and like you said, turned it into a powerhouse in just 4 years, so, that cannot go unnoticed, bro. That's some unselfish work from everybody in that locker room.
yeah, because we like it would have been real easy to just go to another school that already got a name, but it was like we believed in the work that we put in. So it was like, nah, we gonna make one for ourselves. So
Now you got kids from them powerhouses like, "I may go to Sumner next year.
like,
Like, I
yeah,
may
that's
I may slide over there." That's so dope to see that. So
yeah.
another school that I gotta ask about that's been to the crib recently to the school to see you, and you've been on campus as well, the Miami Hurricanes.
Mhm.
What was that visit like getting to see the facilities in person and getting to sit down with the coaches?
Man, Miami was it was crazy. Like I like I ain't gonna lie, I liked it a lot. Like it was real nice up there. Coach D net, he cool. Like I like all the coaches, the facility, everything about it. It was just nice. Like it really like cause at first going into it, I'm like, it's Miami, like it's the U. Like I always liked the U, but like that just made me like it even more.
A name you mentioned there, Coach D Nick. We spoke a little bit about him beforehand, and anytime I talk to linebackers, I like to ask them what's that relationship like with him because he's a little bit different in terms of recruiting and his style. He one of the homies. He not, you know what I mean? He not a suit that's recruiting you. What's that relationship like with Coach D Nick?
Is I like him a lot. Like he got a bunch of energy. Like everybody say that about him. Like he's got he full of energy. You know, like that's one thing he talked about me about. Like he said he do stuff different than a lot of coaches do. So that's what everybody like about him.
And that down to earthness that he
Uh,
has. It feels like he the dude that's gonna know, "Hey, Cam need to turn up this game. I know what song to play in the pregame." Like he's that kind of coach that's gonna be in the circle with y'all. Then you got head honcho, Mario Cristobal.
mm-hmm.
What have those interactions been like with Cristobal?
Cristobal, he cool too. Like it ain't really much to say about him. He's just a cool guy. Like he just down to earth, like you say. You know, a great coach.
Do you remember the day you got that offer from them?
I do. I woke up and got it. Like it was a weekend, and they called me in the morning because they had came to the school. They offered my brother Tyler, and then it was like a couple days later, Coach Han called me, and then that was when they offered me.
They was probably like, "Hey, we came to see one. There's more here." Like
Yeah,
they was probably like, "Yo," Mario probably called D Nick quick. He was probably like, you might need to get down here. There's a couple others down here." I think it's so dope too that y'all as a core, it seems like whenever one gets that offer, that school is like, "Oh,
yeah,
it's others here." Like, because you see UCF and then it's like, "All right, he get it, then he get it," almost days in
yep.
a row. How cool is it to be able to go through some of this process with some of your coolest homies?
It's real cool. It's like having a brother that you can talk about it with. It's like we get to, cause we understand where each other could be coming from in certain things. We understand
Yep.
how feeling. So like to have somebody to talk to, it's real nice.
You get to bounce ideas off like, "Bro, I
Yeah,
got a lot to do this weekend, and I'm supposed to go see 3 schools. Like, I just need
yeah,
to
like
I need to figure
yeah,
out how to do this," and you got somebody else that's like, "Oh, hey, I got the same
yeah,
situation, bro. So how about we all hit all 3 together? This way
exactly.
it's not stressful for anybody." I like that y'all got that bond, and y'all clearly already have the bond because 'cause
Yeah.
y'all had it from when y'all looked at that S and was like, "We about to make this special," and
Hmm.
that just carries over into recruiting. For those of y'all that have not seen Bro on film, permanent hit stick. There, if I could describe your film in a sentence, it's permanent hit stick, but it's also crazy versatile. So we're gonna start off in the middle. Bless his heart. Do you have a preference, Cam? Because you play on the outside, you play in the middle. Do you have a preference?
I mean, cause I started off at DN, but linebacker is just you get to hit people all day. That's not just fun. Linebacker, you do a lot move, but
That's interesting too, because most guys don't go back. You end up you start as a linebacker, you grow into a DM, but you had the athleticism to go backwards. What was that transition like going from hand in the dirt, standing up to being in some more space?
it really I picked it up quick because I started out playing DN because the DN coach at Sumner he played in the NFL. He seen like I was an athlete, I was had good size, so he put me at DN and I picked it up and then we was like we're gonna need some linebackers, so I moved me back linebacker and it was just over with. Like I picked it up and I just started having fun with it.
I was about to say, it looks like you have a lot of fun playing linebacker, bro. Like I know people have fun playing football. That's the easiest thing to say. However, when you watch a play like this, bro, you was having fun here. So
Like
we not just gonna take on the block. We taking on everything.
yeah, I
How
seen it.
much of this is film study?
That play exactly right there. That's straight film study. Like before they play, I said, "Oh no, it's coming right here, come right here," and I just took off, boom, whacked them. That was off.
How much do you enjoy that aspect of linebacker, being the quarterback on defense?
I like it a lot. Like I spend a lot of time just trying to break down what the offense gonna do because I want to be that guy that's out there calling the play before it actually happened. Like that joint, it excites me. To
We
know,
see you, we see you yelling out keys right here.
yeah,
And then the versatility here to be out in coverage. You feel like that's something that gets underrated about your game because the hard hitting, the versatility. You think maybe the coverage goes unnoticed? Because the first time I watched, I was like, "Yo, he probably could be in coverage a lot more."
most definitely. Yeah, I think that's one thing that I hear a lot. But it's like a lot of these plays, some of them I'm in, most of them I'm in coverage. Like the first play, that's zone. That play right there is zone. Like it's a lot of them I'm in coverage, but I think the big hits over what's the word, overdue. Like people overlook that the coverage is there too.
Because when they see those, they go, "Yo," but they forget that he was
That was
locking somebody down before before he made the big hit. Then you get to go back on the edge. How much fun do you have when they tell you, "All right, bro, it's time to go rush the passer"?
I just sat. That's all that popped. Sat. I just be like, let's go get one. Cause like I was playing DN for 2 years. I learned it in and out. Like I started to love it. So I love going down there and rushing.
What's more enjoyable, bro? If you at middle linebacker, you meet the running back in the hole, absolutely destroy him like that, or coming off the edge, making a tackle look stupid and getting a sack.
I'll have to pick middle linebacker. I'll have to pick linebacker.
That's interesting.
I'll have to.
What do you do? What is it about linebacker that you felt natural at too? Because again, people don't move backwards. You moved backwards, and it almost looks like if you would have told somebody, "Hey, he been playing both his whole life," they'd have been like, "Yeah, I mean, looks like it." What about it you think was so natural for you?
I really I just think I'm an athlete, I'm smart. So it was just and then like I worked at it too. Like it wasn't just like, oh, I did I'm not like I had to work towards it, but it was just fast. I think it was just natural, like cause I don't know really.
It's interesting because would you would have thought while you were playing defensive end, like, man, but if I'm back there though, I could probably I could probably be cold too. Was that ever a thought in your mind?
Yeah, it was just cause like my size, like I always knew like I could probably play back there. Cause and then like in Little League I played linebacker, but that's Little League, so it wasn't really like serious. But like I always knew that if I really had a confidence I could play anywhere on the field. They could put me at quarterback, I'll go out there the ball. I don't care. I'll do anything.
I love that mentality, that competitiveness that I
You know,
mean, it say DN linebacker, but if y'all need a safety,
like whatever
throw
y'all
your
uh,
where does that fire, that competitive spirit come from, bro?
I've been competing all my life. Like just everything I do, I'm trying to be the best at it. I'm just a dog. Like whenever people say that dog mentality, I got that. Like, I don't play around. Like, I just be locked in with everything I do. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all the way. That's just
Quite
how
literally, your teammate Tyler said you are one of the most competitive dude. He said if y'all even playing like a game of Monopoly or
I'm
something.
hot if I lose.
Yeah,
I don't play that.
he said it get heated. He was like, bro, it get heated.
Like, I don't, yeah, bro. Like, I don't play losing. I'm competitor all the way.
You feel like that also helps you in a leadership role too, where it's like, look, I'm gonna give an arm out here if we need to.
Yeah, I feel like my teammates see me giving it they all, they gonna do the same thing. And same way with me. If I see my teammate giving it they all, I'm gonna get even more. So it's contagious.
Y'all just start feeding off each other.
Yeah.
So when you balling, bro, when you coming off the edge and that linebacker, you got 2.5 sacks in the game, 2 tackles for loss, interception. What's Cameron White like on the field when he balling? Are we talking or are we reserved?
I'm talking. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's
I'm
go.
crazy. I be talking crazy sometimes. That's it be funny.
So
They
that's why D Nick loves you. You got that Kane swag already.
they call me like that. I'm telling you, they've been calling me Killer Cam since I was big. Like, so I just got it in me.
Defense, you just got a defensive aura. Like you were born and God was like, I don't know if he know it or his parents know it, but that's a defensive player right there.
Yeah.
Did you ever play offense even back in the day?
I played running back in Little League, but
All y'all athletes down there, bro. It seemed like they start off like put the ball in his hands, just
yeah,
let
that
him
was
run people over.
running back. Then you move. Once you get in high school, you move to whatever position. But if you ain't play running back when you was little, well, you ain't real.
Yeah, it's like the kid that played right field. It's like no disrespect, however. So
Yeah.
for you as someone that's not a veteran per se, but a veteran as far as varsity football goes.
Mm-hmm.
When do you feel like the game started slowing down for you? Because you got a chance to start playing earlier, getting those reps earlier. When you feel like the game started slowing down, because a lot of times when we watch your tape, it's clearly film study as well, but it's also you react faster than tackles than
Yeah.
fullbacks that are trying to get a lead block on you. So it feels like the game is almost like moving a half step slower for you.
Yeah. So that a lot of that come with experience, because I've been starting since I was a freshman, so it came with experience, and then like you said, film studies, watching, like knowing what teams' tendencies is, what they gonna do, and then just it came with experience.
How much do you love when you see situations like this? And this is another play where it feels like you knew what was coming before the ball was snapped. There's no hesitation from you. You don't see a confusion, no nothing. But you get to have a running back in open space like this where he lucky that you wanted the pick because that could have been bad. But how much do you
I want,
relish those situations when you get somebody in the open field?
I love it. I love it. Like, telling you, I'm ready to take his head off, but sometimes I gotta go for the pick too. But I love that situation.
And then here, I feel like someone like you in a defense like Lance Guidry has at Miami would just be disgusting because of the versatility. Like we saw how they moved West Saint and Kiko around in the middle, then coming off the edge. So as I'm watching the film, I'm like, bro, that's Kiko. I'm watching you do
Everything.
exactly what Guidry likes as far as defensive ends and linebackers go. He likes versatility, aggression, and athleticism. That is that's the scouting report on you.
Yeah.
How much does that factor into you when you look at a school like we talked about Oklahoma, UCF, when you're looking at Florida State, Florida, how they're using their linebackers? How much does that factor in to you?
It factor a lot because I want to go somewhere where like I fit the scheme. Like they can use me whichever way they want to use me. Because I'm type of player where whatever the team put me, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's like I want to play a good be impact to have a good impact on whatever I go.
It's another thing about y'all Sumner players. Y'all are some of the most unselfish football players I've ever talked to in my entire life. I have to give you a chance to shout out them coaches because not only are y'all well coached, but it seems like all of y'all are like, bro, whatever we got to do to win. Like,
Yeah.
if I got to block, if I got to come off the edge, if I got to be a decoy, y'all have that pride in that S. So I got to give you a chance to shout out some of them coaches because y'all built what's going to be and what's turning into a dynasty, but it's like y'all built it the right way too.
hmm That a lot of it from Coach Ashwood, Alonzo Ashwood, Coach Selvey, Coach Walker, Coach Miller. It's a bunch of coaches. Coach Selvey, he the defense coach, so he played in the NFL, so he know exactly what it takes to get us. So he pushed us like crazy. Like he one of my biggest role models just when it comes to football and life and everything. I'm telling you, he get on us like he do not play. Like,
Do you like that style of coach though? That style of coach that's like, hey, he gonna be on me.
yeah,
He whether I do good or bad, he on me.
yeah, I like it a lot because like when he get on you, it just pushed me to go even harder. Sometimes, like most times, yeah, like when he get on me, it's like okay, it's time to turn it up now.
This yeah, I'm gonna turn it up because there's that trust you have in him. So if he say, hey, I need you to take over this game, you know, first of all, he knows I can do it.
Yeah,
And if he say it, all right, bet he need that. All
yeah,
right,
and then it's
time
like
to go to work.
and like me having the relationship I have with him is like because everybody not the same player. So on a player, the if he's getting on a player that may not accept it the same way I will, I can go over there and tell him like, nah, he right. It's time to push it. Like we gotta go. So yeah, that's the type of leader.
That I love too. That he also got that respect from his generals as well. That he knows, all right, like Cam got me. So like they you need that because sometimes we've all played ball, no matter if it's basketball, a coach will say something, and it's like, what he say?
Yeah,
Hey, nah, bro. What he really, you know what he meant,
yeah,
bro? You missed the block.
yeah.
Like, come on,
The
bro.
way he
Like,
felt accountable.
yeah, it's that accountability.
Yeah.
That it's such a mature way of approaching ball, the way y'all do there. You
Mhm.
feel like that got developed also because of that us against the world mentality early?
Yeah, it's exactly that. Cause like we all we got, so we can't be going against each other. We got to be for each other.
What are these practices like? Because it's a bunch of dogs, and it's a bunch of dogs that's trying to build something special. These practices must be crazy.
I don't lie, like we be going at it, just fights, everything. So all of us wanted the same. A lot of it be my fault. Some of the fights, I ain't gonna lie. So, but we all, cause I just want it. Like you
It's
gotta be
that passion, man.
hard. And we all got the same passion. Like me and Zaire, we always get into it in practice, just going at each other.
What's those battles like, bro?
They crazy. I'm telling you, it get crazy in practice sometimes.
I
It's
would
fun.
imagine
Like I
though,
love it.
you battle him all week. Friday come, that
This ain't
tackle,
nothing. Like, you
that
ain't
that that tackle probably like, bro, why he mad at me? Like what did I do? Meanwhile, Zaire on the sideline, like he got to take
uh,
every punishment from what I did to Cam during the week. Like he
uh,
gonna take out all this aggression, but it's that iron sharpens iron mentality. So
Yup.
even then, I would imagine that you go to camps and you not shy. You like, I'll go up against bro. I got to deal with him
Like
every day.
every day.
I will do this drill against anybody because I got to see him. He know my moves now. He know. So
Yeah.
you got to innovate. To that innovation, you are a pass rusher that does a little bit of everything. You got the bend, speed, the power. Who are some of the pass rushers you like to watch to model your game after?
I like the Bosa brothers, Michael Parsons. Bosa brothers and Michael Parsons.
Micah's perfect comp for you. The way they move him around, that's absolute perfect comp for you.
That's why I went
Because
11.
oh,
Michael Parsons. I wearing. I
that
seen.
makes
Uh,
perfect sense now. So
uh,
are you someone that pushes the versatility? I know you for you, obviously it's team first. But when they going into your senior year, is it something where you're like, look, I still don't care. It don't matter if it's my senior year or
I
not.
was. I
It,
was.
for you, it don't matter.
I was just telling them the other day, put me at tight end, let me go block. I was just telling them that, let me drive somebody to the bleachers. So I was playing whatever.
Bro, I love that mentality. They like, you're our star defensive player, and you like, yeah, I can block though. Like,
Mm,
if
yep,
y'all want me, bro, you didn't even ask for the ball, which is crazy. You didn't say, "Hey, put me at tight end so y'all can throw me a
yep.
fade." You were like, "Put me at tight end so I could block
I'm
somebody."
trying to put somebody in the dirt.
Do you remember that first play, maybe in little league or early in your career, where you hit somebody hard or you got physical that made you go, "Oh yeah, this the part of this I like."
This is it's crazy you mention that because I literally was just talking in a car with my brothers about this. It was it was in Lily, and Lily, it was me and this other kid named Cam. We used to just hit every single practice. We in like second grade, first grade, just out there hitting with our head every single day. And, like that's where it came from. I ain't gonna lie. Like we just out there hitting.
So it started early for you. You
Early.
They gave you a helmet. You was like, "I can hit people with this."
Yeah,
Like it. So you was just born to the running back was temporary. You always knew running back was temporary. You was like, "Bro, the second I get to make a choice, I'm trying to hit the person with the football."
yeah.
It's such a different way because usually guys are like, "Man, how can I score? How can I?" Bro, you got to high school and was
Yeah.
like,
Boom.
"Okay, who do I hit and where do I get to do it from? I don't really care where y'all line me up. Imma come hit
Hit.
somebody."
Mm,
So you got one of the most competitive drives I have seen in a player.
yes,
What
sir.
is it that motivates you on those rough days when it's like you sore, you done been through the ringer at practice, you gotta get up early. What is it that keeps Cam going?
Having that goal, having having that goal, you know where you want to get in your head. You gotta do anything you gotta do to get there. No matter what happened, what you done been through, anything, any problem that come next day, you gotta get where you want to get. That's,
Where does that mentality come from? Where does that mature, "Hey, work gotta be done, so I'm gonna do the work." Where does that come from, bro?
come from my dad pushing me since I was little, like up in Colorado, cause he live in Colorado. So when I go up there with him, it ain't no playing around. You just work. And my mama, she don't play either. Like she,
So the tough defensive mentality started at the crib. It started at home.
yeah,
Is she the type of mom at the games that you can hear while you playing?
yeah, she running up and down the
I
sideline. Yeah,
love that, bro. I love that. I always loved that during my games. I was like, "Yeah, that's my dad." Like, I didn't
yeah, sometimes,
as it gets louder on varsity, it's a little better because you can't hear anything, so it's
yeah,
great. But them early years, I was like, "Yeah, that's pops right there." But
uh,
there's also that comfort of, "Alright, turn up time."
mhm.
Like, pops is here, mom's is here. It's time to turn up. Is she your worst critic after a bad game?
My dad, it was probably my dad.
Is that is that where the edge to just be better comes from having somebody in your corner that no matter how good it is, if it's 3 sacks, he's like, "But you missed the 4th." Because
Yeah,
for you, it don't seem like from the time we started, every topic it's, "Yeah, but it could be better." It was like, "Hey, so and so's coming to the school." You like, "Yeah, but that's still just the beginning."
yeah,
So it seems like you have that mentality where it's like, "Okay, that's cool, but I can do it better." Is
mm.
that where that comes from?
Most definitely. Just tell me never get complacent. Just never get complacent. Cause like he played college football. I've got cousins that done played in NFL, NBA. Like they done did it before. They know what it takes. So they know. Like they tell me, you cool, you good right now. But if you really want to get there, you can't get complacent. You just gotta keep working.
How dope is it to have not just your boys who've been through this process, but other people too that you can, "Hey, man, I thought so and so was gonna send this offer and they didn't." You got somebody to be like, "Oh, that happened to me. It's probably gonna come in a week," or, "Hey, this is what you do." How cool is it to have those people that you can hit up and ask?
I'm sorry. What you say?
How dope is it to have those people in your corner, not just your teammates, but you got, pops, you got cousin, you got people that have been through the recruiting, whether it's basketball, they've been through recruiting. So you have other people too that you can at least bounce frustration or ideas off of. "Hey, so and so said I was getting an offer. I haven't gotten it yet. Like what?" And someone you got a cousin to be like, "Oh, bro, that's nothing. It's gonna come." How
Yeah.
how dope is it through that process to have not just your homeboys, but family too that you can in those moments, yo. Give me some advice, bro.
Yeah,
How cool is it to be able to just pick up the phone and be like, "Hey, man, I this is happening."
it's like I I don't know what I'll do without them sometimes. Like it's real nice to have that because like they'll call me anytime. Like, oh, you need something, you just help me out. It's good to have that support system.
It's always good to have somebody to relate to. Obviously, you got it in the locker room, you got your boys to relate to, but it's also dope when you can call up unc, when you can call up a cousin and be like,
Yeah,
I remember you said X, Y, and Z. This just kind of happened to
yeah.
me. And they can give you the and you also know you're getting the real. You
Mm.
also know this
That's
person ain't
that.
BSing you because they
Yeah.
don't got no time to be ain't no they don't gain nothing from BSing you. So
Mm,
when they tell you we know you can be better, that's not a slight. That's like you like, oh yeah,
yeah.
he wouldn't have even have said that if he didn't mean it.
Yeah, like Lindell, me and my cousin Lindell White, he gonna keep it real every time. Like when he called me, I know I probably need to listen to what he's saying. Like every time, like, I'm just like, all right, I'm take it in and just whatever he say, that's probably what it is. That's probably what it need to be.
Has so it's you are you. So I gotta ask this. What's the trash talk like between y'all two? Has there ever been a where you told him, hey, if I'd have met you in the hole, wasn't gonna be none of
Nah,
that running over
nah,
people
every
thing.
time he, like, we could be anyway. He could come up and blunt me. I'm be like, nah, you ain't doing that. That's shoving each other. Talking about, oh, nah, I would have rocked you on the field. And just,
I
oh,
know because you're the type of linebacker that was not running away from him in the hole.
going.
That would have been a colli and I feel like Lindell White right now, if he put pads on, could still probably average 3.5 a carry. Like at the goal line, bro, had 20 touchdowns in the NFL, like this in a season.
Yeah.
I don't think people remember that. Like
Mm-mm.
he had lightning and thunder twice. He did it in college and then he did it with Chris Johnson. I would imagine you're because the second you said that, I was like, hey, the way he competitive, he done talked some trash to this man
We
already. I knew
talk
he had.
trash all the time, like
I love that.
all the time.
Bro, thank you so much for coming on. After next season, when we have a ridiculous season, hopefully 10 plus sacks, 100 tackles, we're going to have you back on so we can watch that film and we can watch you put a bunch of new running backs to sleep.
Yeah.
And then we can talk about the senior year run you guys had at Sumner. But until then, let everyone know where they can follow you on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll link those down in the description so you guys can keep up with him throughout the year. Trust me, you are going to want to. He is going to continue to blow up. So if you are a school here in the comments, yes, he has the offer. You're going to want to keep up with him. So let them know where they can follow you.
My Twitter is Cameron underscore White 11 or no Cameron underscore White 5, and then my Instagram is underscore 5k dot cam.
All those links will be down there and his huddle too. So you can go watch his huddle yourself and next year as well. Cause a lot of times what players will do is what schools will do, they'll add game by game. So if
Mm-hmm.
you like, man, that dude here, like I'm trying to keep up with him, game by game, you'll be able to keep up with him. And obviously, y'all know if you see my timeline, I'll be retweeting it. But go follow him right now, especially you Canes fans. Stop what you're doing right now and go follow him right now. Bro, thank you so much for coming on. I cannot wait to see the show y'all put on in 2025. If they stream those games, you got to send me them links. I will pull
Gotcha.
up.
I got you. I appreciate you for having me on.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. I can't wait to run it back next year. Like,
Yeah.
share, and subscribe. Go follow Cam right now. Click off the video and go follow bro. We out.